Now, there's a lot of reading you can do.
Oh yeah, they give you lots of reading, and I didn't want to read. I was like, oh, I don't want to read these books. But after that I felt like all this was clicking, the books made sense. Because at first they didn't really click, and I couldn't pay attention long enough, and you know, my mind was diverted and my thoughts were going crazy, but then that all calmed down. And the good thing about it is you're not here for just 30 days. Because if you're here for just 30 days, you're still learning how to function. Your thoughts are still kind of everywhere. And then they kind of settle down after that 5th week. And after that 6th week, they settle down and you learn and you absorb more, and it just starts flowing out of you. You just feel, it just happens.
Was there a book that you liked the most, or that somehow?
Yeah, it's a real thin one. It was the very first one that I completed, and it's called Dear Liza. And it is about a girl that was in I think it was the 18th century, and she lost her mom and her dad at a very young age. And she was living by herself, and she had kind of adopted this other little girl, and she was homeless. And she knew that eventually God would take care of them. And she just always had a smile on her face. She never argued or fussed about anything. And this man found her, and he just started talking to her. And he was like, you know, this girl just has such insight, and she's always smiling. And eventually he ended up adopting them and taking care of them. But it's an easy read. And it's a really thin book, and the print's really large. And at the time, my vision was, you know, I could see, and then I couldn't see, and then I could see, and then I couldn't see. And so it was really good. That was the first one that I read, and it stuck with me.